Sports fans nationwide, you have entered the Sports Opinion Log here on Lex Anderson World, and this video was supposed to be about the Lakers taking down the Sacramento Kings last night, 115-94 final score. Shout out M6 Drop, but I have to digress, because last night the Golden State Warriors got blown out by the Toronto Raptors of all teams, suffering a 53-point loss, final score 130-77. And it's honestly hilarious. And there's so much history behind this historic loss to the Golden State Warriors that I, the sports historian, have to note it down in the annals of sports history what occurred to the Warriors yesterday, April 2nd, 2021. Let's go. So at one point, the lead was as big as 61 points. The largest since Charlotte had led Memphis by 65 points in March 22, 2018, and the only other game in the last 25 years where a lead exceeded 60 points, February 22nd, 1998, when Indiana beat Portland by 65 points. The 53-point margin of victory was the largest in Toronto Raptor history, previous high 46 points over Indiana last season. It's the third biggest loss in the Warriors' history, where before they had lost by 65 points, of course, to my and your LA Lakers in 1972, and then suffered a playoff loss again to my and your LA Lakers by 56 the following season. Most damning stat of all, the Warriors are the only team in the last 25 seasons to lose by 50 and not score a fast break point. The Raptors also outscored the Warriors by 32 points in the third quarter, making it the first time the Warriors have been outscored by 30 points or more in a quarter since the shot clock era going back to 1954-1955. Another damning stat, the Raptors' 53-point margin of victory is tied for the third largest in league history by a team that is 10 or more games below 500. Again, this was the Raptors' second win in their last 15 games. So it is the job of me, the top 1% of the People Sportscaster, to say what the nationwide sports leader, the Foxies, the corporate shells, we already know the deal. But if you don't know, they've sold their soul to the almighty dollar. So I'll say what needs to be said. Once again, Draymond Green, this loss falls on him because he was a late scratch with a finger injury. Draymond Green is a bitch. Draymond Green is a fake-ass all-star. Once again, quitting on his team. It is now the 7th loss in the last 8 games for the Golden State Warriors. And most and more importantly, this loss, which thankfully wasn't in the Chase Center, it was out in Toronto, but it has exposed what I've been saying for years. Steve Kerr is a horrible, terrible coach. I don't care about the injuries, no Curry, no Clay, Durant, the snake, he quit, he up and left. You know, there's talk about how Klay Thompson was fired up after the loss, talking to his teammates. Don't no one give a fuck about what Klay Thompson got to say. You know why? Because he ain't coming back this season. Klay Thompson can't save you now. The only way to being saved, the only way for salvation is for Curry to do the right thing and give up on this trash bin, garbage-ass team known as the Golden State Warriors and reclaim his prominence and his dominance on the league and signing with you-know-who, the chosen one, the king. We are all witnesses to his greatness, LeBron James. I don't know what more Curry has to see. Draymond Green is old. He's a quitter. He's washed up. Steve Kerr has finally been exposed to the fake coach that he really is, because the true and real sports fans, not the ignorant masses or the sheeple who bray like the mindless cattle they are. The real sports fans know the truth, and the truth is that the Golden State Warriors were built by Mark Jackson, who implored them to play defense and then was fired and replaced by the white man. So Kerr was already given the keys to a championship contender. Of course you're going to win when you have the Splash Brothers and Draymond Green and a system that was already built to win a championship. And then you add the bandwagon bitch, KD, Durant, Easy Money Sniper. Who wouldn't be able to win with a team like that? Oh, but actually, unfortunately, the Warriors did suffer 2 horrible losses. 3-1 NBA Finals lead blown. The 1-year rental Kawhi Leonard who closed down Oracle Arena, but the media gives Steve Kerr a pass. But I will not. Steve Kerr is a horrible coach. He's never built a team from the ground up. He came into a team that was already a built-in, proven winner and has been exposed about how he needs to motivate the team. You fucking think so? That's what you're being fucking paid for. And speaking of being paid and NBA Finals, also in a 127-109 victory, Milwaukee Bucks over the Portland Trail Blazers. Greek Freak drops 47 points, goes 18 of 18 from within the paint, tying Wilt Chamberlain as the only 2 players in NBA history. Once again, Greek Freak does everything except get to the NBA Finals and win a championship. No one cares. I'm just noting it in the annals of sports history that Giannis, Greek Freak, has an out-of-this-world game, shooting 85% from the field. But don't no one give a fuck. You know why? It's regular season. Again, playoffs, bright lights activated, national stage set. What will Greek Freak be remembered for? Coming up short as always. Sports historian, let me detail the game that Wilt Chamberlain had back on February 24th, 1967 against the Baltimore Bullets. He too went 18 of 18 from the field. So I would give Greek Freak a salute, but I don't care because he does everything except win big-time playoff games when it matters most, get to the NBA Finals, still waiting, winning an NBA Finals, please. It ain't ever going to happen. Utah Jazz over the Chicago Bulls at home, 113-106 final score, as the Jazz extended their home win streak to 21 games, longest in franchise history, and they have also dropped 110-plus points in 24 straight games, the longest streak since the Denver Nuggets in 1982, also 24 games. But no one's going to really care at the end of the day because it is the regular season. What will you be doing when it is the postseason? And there's just one more item to add. Marc Gasol crying about his role with the team with the addition of Andre Drummond. Well, if Marc Gasol would play his position properly and put up the double-doubles that I had thought that he would be bringing to my and your LA Lakers, we wouldn't even be having this discussion like I am right here and right now. Lex Anderson signing out.